to make a quick point, just share my story real quick. At the very least, I want what happened today. Now I'm going back to Uber Eats and probably other food delivery services because something that happened with DoorDash, with the Dasher app, and with the system. So my first order was in a county that tends to tip more. Very high tip, very small delivery by comparison to the amount of money. I took it. The restaurant could not accept any. There was like 7 or 9 of us there. They could not accept. It was communicated to us that the deliveries weren't showing up on their end. No fault to them, but unfortunately, wasn't showing up on their end, so they could not give us a good. Okay, fair enough. Called customer service with the DoorDash, and I got to talk to somebody, and they told me that it was reported. My rating still went down. It went from 96% to 95%. So I switched counties. The order was declined. I switched counties. I went to I went to the other county. What happened was I accepted. It was one order, and then another order popped up. I accepted both of them. And then the one was Little Caesars. The app showed that after I made a delivery, the Little Caesars was 2 pieces, 2 orders of stuffed of the crazy bread and 2 of the sauces. It showed in the app that it was declined. My rating went from 95% now to 94%, which if I were to make another 70 orders or so, roughly, it would make me ineligible for Platinum if I decide to stay with that service instead of Uber Eats or something else. So I call customer service again, tell them what happened with my customer rating the first time, and this is before I made the second delivery. He said he was able to make my acceptance rate back from 95% to 100%. I was like, woohoo! I reset the app and everything. It did not show up later on that day. And when I called the second time, when my rating had gone to 94% because a delivery I had made, and by the way, this area does tend to tip less, but it looks way lower than I would expect for the amount and the drive. So I don't even trust that I got paid for that order. It says it was declined in the app, even though I handed it to them in person, and the app walked me through step by step. So I called the second time. The guy said that they could not, after I brought up the rating, that they could not fix the rating, which is evidenced by the last time I called, and he said that he put it up to 100% and it was not changed at all. But now I'm at 94% because an order shows up as declined that I delivered, and the amount of money from that order looks far lower than I would expect. I'm personally not saying that I didn't get paid. I'm saying that with 2 system errors today, one and both affected my rating, which can affect my future eligibility to more orders. Which in turn affects my income. If 2 system errors today brought me from 96%, which is very good, to 94%, which is just good, and when I call them on the phone, they can't fix the rating. They can't show in the app, even if I reset or reinstall the app, that a delivery I made was delivered. And if it looks like I got paid less than I would expect from doing 2 deliveries in a single order, I can't trust that platform or that system. The Amish comment's funny. But it basically, I can't trust that I paid what I worked for, number one. Number two, my rating went from 96 to 94% because of 2 system errors on their part. And number 3, when I called to fix the rating and or at least confirm that I got paid what I should have got paid. And by the way, the 2 houses, the 2 deliveries, they're showing as one payment instead of 2 separate payments, which leads me to speculate that I only got paid for one of them. Because when I called them, they also didn't. The representative also didn't tell me, well, you got paid $2 for this one and $5 for that one. Nope, he didn't say anything of the kind, which makes it look like I didn't get paid for the the pizza delivery, especially considering that it shows as declined in the app, which would indicate that I probably didn't get paid for it, because that is far lower for that kind of delivery, especially. The other person might have tipped like $3 or $4, and the second person looks like I didn't get paid at all. Now, it's possible, it is possible that I just got paid lower and they didn't tip at all. That is possible. But what seems more likely to me is that I didn't get paid and it might be fixed by tomorrow. But the first systems error is where I should have stopped, because it already brought my rating down, and they weren't able to fix that. No compensation, nothing. Not even a kind, we really appreciate you working with us for a decade and all that, nothing. Secondly, a declined order, and the payment looks lower than what I've expected for working for them about 10 years. And it shows it's declined in the app, and it makes my rating so low that even if I were to continue, because if I'm to continue, how am I to know that more system errors won't come up? How will I ever get to back up to 96% and into platinum if we have 2 system errors over the course of what, like 3 hours or less? That, I won't be able to get to 96% if there are more system errors like that, and it brings my rating down and or keeps it down. I won't be able to get platinum status, so I'm switching to Uber Eats for now. And for the foreseeable future, I'll check the app to see if the rating goes back up, and or if the other order is shown as accepted. I probably will also send an email to one of the individuals, or a group of individuals who are higher on the chain of command at their, just to let them know everything that happened. And that way they can probably look into it further, and they might have more authority and power to change things. But number one, it looks like I might not have gotten paid for an order. Number two, there were 2 system errors today that made my rating go down and makes me ineligible for platinum if I continue on this app, because if this level of errors happens in one day, I can't promise that it won't happen in the next 60 some orders. And it seems like platinum, which is like one of their only perks, will be out of my reach, which means working for Uber Eats again would be much more reasonable. I'll let them know exactly what happened, verbatim, so to speak, not literally verbatim, but like I will give them every detail, is what I mean to say. I don't want to give them the negative feedback, because will probably get in trouble. I don't want that to be the case. Hopefully they won't know, but they probably do. Something in their probably just right. I might even point that out in the message. Well, this many system errors maybe don't get anybody in trouble. I would word it more professionally, but yeah, maybe don't penalize anybody, because we can't if we have this many system errors in a day, we can't confirm that today that these people that you might see on your end were actually associated with this. So I might put that little caveat, or not even caveat, but I might put that little detail in. It might insert that in there to ensure that people are less likely to get in trouble. Then again, at this point, this level of error, especially when the one representative lied to me, it might actually be to the futuring of and the rest of the business, and to other individuals involved. It might actually be healthy for someone to show, to have some level of accountability. I don't want anybody getting fired. I don't want anybody getting docked in pay or anything, but some level of accountability and maybe further instruction might actually be necessary at this point. So I hope no one gets in trouble, but I will have to report it, because I've been working for them for like a decade. This is getting ridiculous. There are ways to find people. I have a Master of Religious Education. I have a Master of Education. The former is unaccredited. The latter is accredited. I am a teacher. It's summer vacation, so I'm trying to make some money while I'm not teaching. There is no reason I can't reach out to these people. There is no reason whatsoever I can't reach out to these people. I am a certified teacher. I teach when it's not summer vacation. I am a former manager. I have a foothold in the Messianic and Christian communities, the local community, the local county, both counties actually, because I teach in the other county, and I go there relatively frequently. I have education, academia, and I have people in high and low places. I should be able to resolve this, hopefully without getting anybody in trouble that would actually hurt them. But there is a level of, we have to fix this, because if we make the systems this complicated that even the representatives can't help, that becomes a problem when we have known system errors that have been reported. So there is no reason that we shouldn't try to resolve this. And I will not back down. Obviously, I'm not going to, I had considered, going further, but I'm not going to go. I don't think I'm going to go any further than just contacting a representative. I'll share the story with you. I'll let you know if things get better. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for those who have authority and such to run a business. It hurts the income. It hurts the contract worker. And yeah, it hurts cash flow for their business as well as from the contractor's business, and it also hurts the customer's trust. It hurts especially with the first order that couldn't even be delivered. It hurts the customer's trust, and it also hurts the restaurant that was associated. It hurts the customer's trust, and it also hurts the restaurant that was associated, because it was clearly probably a systems error on their end with that restaurant, because seeing that there were multiple systems errors, it must have been on DoorDash's side. So that's very likely that it will be. Meaning that it hurts. If they're refusing to address this hurts the restaurant. It hurts the restaurant's trust in the business, and the customer's trust in the business, the trust and income, as well as the company's overall income, both immediately and in the long term. As a business model, and as someone who has studied business, I do have a credential in business studies. And I will say that this is a terrible model to follow if they're not willing to address it very promptly, because